Over the past year, tensions between North Korea and the United States have increased significantly because of Pyongyang's frequent weapons tests. With fears of a nuclear conflict growing, outside experts have called for direct talks between the two nations to defuse the situation. There was a major stumbling block, however, a long-standing U.S. insistence on North Korea meeting certain preconditions before any talks could begin. But Tuesday, Secretary of State Rex Tillerson appeared to back away from that position. "We're ready to talk anytime North Korea would like to talk," Tillerson said at an Atlantic Council Korea Foundation forum in Washington. "We're ready to have the first meeting without precondition. Let's just meet and see. We can talk about the weather if you want." The comments appear to indicate a new push for dialogue from Washington. Notably, they come just as Joseph Yoon, the State Department's envoy on North Korea policy, traveled to Tokyo and Bangkok for talks about North Korea. But whether this constitutes a change in policy and whether it stands a chance of success will rest on three big questions. What does Tillerson consider preconditions? Former officials and others have long said that the United States needed to get back to the negotiating table with North Korea to avert catastrophe, even if it's just informal talks about talks to get the ball rolling. However, Americans outside of government who have recently met with North Korean officials in what are known as Track 1.5 talks have said that Pyongyang has made clear that it is not interested in any talks about denuclearization. Ko Sun-hwae, Director General of the North America Department of North Korea's Foreign Ministry, hammered this home at a non-proliferation conference in Moscow in October. "This is a matter of life and death for us," Ko said. On Tuesday, Tillerson acknowledged that denuclearization of the Korean peninsula remained the United States' long-term aim. But crucially, he also explicitly stated that the United States would not make discussion of North Korea's nuclear weapons a precondition for talks. "It's not realistic to say we're only going to talk if you come to the table ready to give up your program," he said. "They have too much invested in it." One precondition Tillerson appeared to put forward: the United States requires a pause in North Korean weapons testing before talks could begin. "It's going to be tough to talk if in the middle of our talks you decide to test another device," he said. "If we're going to talk, we have to have a period of quiet." Left unclear was whether the United States would consider offering concessions to North Korea in return for this freeze, such as halting or delaying joint military exercises with South Korea, a freeze-for-freeze plan favored by China and Russia but rejected by the United States. Is the rest of the Trump administration on the same page? In any other U.S. administration, a foreign policy position articulated by the nation's top diplomat might constitute the official White House line. In the Trump administration, it does not.